Hey friends, and welcome back to TJKidz Super Fun Stories, where imagination becomes reality. Today's adventure is episode 4 of the Adventures of Alexa Axolotl, the River of Paradise. Now, you can jump in right here, but you might want to check out some of Alexa's earlier adventures too. They're wild, funny, and full of surprises. All you really need to know is this. Alexa is a curious purple axolotl who lives in an aquarium with her newt tank mate Ned. And when their owner Sabrina leaves for school, Alexa and Ned climb out of their tank and team up with their friends, Stella the salamander and Pickle the frog, who live in Sabrina's brother's room. Alexa is the leader of the group, and she always has some crazy idea up her sleeve, usually the kind that leads to trouble. And today, she's heard rumor about something called the River of Paradise. What could go wrong, right? So grab a comfy spot, get cozy, and join me for this adventure. The Adventures of Alexa Axolotl, Episode 4, The River of Paradise. Alexa floated lazily in her tank, while Sabrina sprinkled in breakfast pellets. "You two are just the cutest," Sabrina said. "Alexa and Ned, my little underwater duo." "Cute?" Alexa said. "Like cute? Like we're a couple? What is she implying?" Ned leaned back against the back of the tank and put his hands on his hips, attempting his cool pose. "Well, I must say, Alexa," he said, "I've always admired your purple sheen. It's quite..." The water filter suction caused him to stumble over mid-sentence. "Okay, moving on," Alexa said quickly. "Breakfast time is over." Sabrina grabbed her backpack. "Be good, you two. I'll see you after school." The moment the door shut, Alexa turned to Ned. "All right, serious business time. Adventure business." "Oh no," Ned said. "What now?" "Not without the others," Alexa said. "I don't want to spoil the surprise. Come on, Ned. You know the drill." "Why couldn't I have been roommates with a snail?" Ned mumbled as they climbed out of their tank and made their way to Sabrina's brother's room. "Snails are chill." When Alexa and Ned arrived, their tank was empty. "Oh, hey guys," said Stella. Alexa and Ned turned around to find Stella and Pickle lounging on a pile of socks on the floor. "Team meeting," Alexa announced.
"Is it cricket related? I just ate, but I'd be up for cricket buffet. Hide and go cricket? Heads up, cricket up?"
No, Alexa interrupted. "Better. I heard from a little birdie about something incredible." "Really, Alexa?" Stella groaned. "We know about Trudy now. You can just say Trudy." "Oh, not Trudy the bluebird," Alexa said. "I mean a little birdie. She flew by my window. We got to talking. Tiny little birdie she is. Anyway, one thing led to another, and suddenly she's telling me about a hidden river of paradise." "A river?" Ned asked. "Like a real one? Where?" "Underground," Alexa said. "Right beneath the neighborhood." Pickle thought for a moment.
Oh boy, I've never heard of an underground river. Sounds mysterious. Maybe it's magical.
"Yeah," Alexa said. "It's super mysterious. That's why we must check it out. Come on, we're going." I don't know, Alexa, Stella responded. Some of these mysterious places we visited didn't exactly turn out the way they were described by others. Like the Paradise Pond. Someone failed to mention that there is a giant snapping turtle that loves to eat salamanders and frogs. Kind of an important missed detail. But the pond is amazing, Alexa replied. You've got to admit that, especially when Big Sandy is on vacay. They all laughed. Come on, Alexa said. It will be great. Trust me. What could go wrong?
Everything?
Ned said. The four of them giggled the whole way downstairs. They made their way through the kitchen and slipped out the doggy door. They crossed the yard and scurried toward the street. There, said Alexa, pointing to the street drain. She led the way and the others followed. Alexa peered down into the drain. This is it, she said. The entrance to the River of Paradise. A warm breeze drifted up from the drain. It did not smell like paradise. Alexa, Stella said, that smells like old socks piled on top of Pickle's potty spot.
Hey,
Pickle said.
are you sure this is the right place?
Ned asked. Absolutely, Alexa said. It has to be. I think. They climbed down the drain and landed in a shallow stream of murky water. Pickle gagged.
This is not what I pictured. It's colder and stinkier than I imagined.
They walked deeper into the tunnel. It was dark, damp, and echoey. A shadowy creature stepped out from behind a pipe. You shouldn't go that way, the creature said. That's Rat King territory. His army will seize you if you enter without bearing gifts. Rat King? Alexa said. Why would rats be in a river of paradise? River of paradise? The creature laughed. Is that what you call it? We call it the sewer.
Hey, look what I found!
Pickle shouted excitedly. He hopped onto a floating brown log.
Driftwood! Hop on, guys! I'll steer us downstream. Pretty genius, huh?
The creature gestured toward Pickle. You may want to tell your friend he's floating on feces.
Wait,
said Pickle.
what type of wood is feces?
Seriously, Pickle? Stella replied. Feces is poop.
Ah! How is it so big? Why is there super poop in the river of paradise?
Pickle leapt off the poop log so fast he splashed everyone. Before anyone could recover, a dozen rats in tiny scrap cloth uniforms marched out of the shadows, raising their toothpick spears in perfect battle formation. Hands where we can see 'em, one rat barked. You're coming with us. The rats surrounded them and marched them down the tunnel toward a throne made of bottle caps, soda tabs, and an upside-down lunchbox. A large rat with a toothpick in his mouth and a bottle cap crown with a hole in the middle leaned back on his tiny throne. So, he said in a commanding voice, you're wandering through my territory without a gift? That's a problem. The Rat King snapped his fingers. Two rats grabbed Ned.
Oh, come on,
Ned said.
Why do they always go after me?
You want your pal back? the Rat King said. "You're gonna bring me what I ask for. You have to pay the toll. You're in my territory now." "What toll?" Alexa asked. "We don't know what you're talking about." "A tribute," said the Rat King. "A little something something to make this right." "What do you want?" Stella asked. The Rat King grinned. "You're asking me what I want? You entered my territory without a gift. The penalty for that is, well, let's just say you won't see another sunrise."
Wait, said Pickle. Why won't we see another sunrise? Is there an asteroid heading toward Earth? Oh no, I knew this would happen one day.
"Enough out of you, wise guy," the rat interrupted. "Listen, since yous guys are new here, I'll give yous a chance to pay your debts. Oh, I've got a list. I like shiny things. Something new, original, something fit for a king. And good food, gourmet even, and maybe a staff. Yeah, a king needs a proper staff. You bring me these things, and your friend will have the privilege of seeing the sunrise tomorrow. As long as he's not down here, we don't get much sun down here. Anyway, away with yous, the clock is ticking." The four friends were shoved back into the tunnel, and the rats slammed a rusty gate behind them.
"Well," Ned said, "this is going great."
"Okay," said Alexa, "we need 3 things. Something shiny, something gourmet, and something that can be a staff." "And we need them fast," Stella added, "before Ned becomes whatever rats do to their prisoners."
Pickle gulped. "Probably something involving cheese."
They walked deeper into the sewer, the river of paradise sloshing around their feet. "This place is not paradise," Stella muttered. "This is the river of darkness and doom." Alexa sighed. "Okay, maybe I messed up. Maybe the birdie exaggerated. Maybe she was confused. Maybe she was lying. Maybe she was a pathological liar." Pickle patted her shoulder.
"It's okay, Alexa. We've all been lied to by birds."
"We just need to stay focused," Alexa said. "Ned needs us." They continued down the tunnel until something bumped into Alexa's foot. "A staff," she said, lifting it. It was a mysterious bone from who knows what, but in the dim sewer light, it looked like something a rat king would treasure. "Perfect," Stella said. "One down." A few steps later, something glimmered in the water.
"Ooh, shiny!"
Pickle dove face first into the stream and resurfaced holding a silver bracelet.
"Treasure!"
"Pickle," Stella said, "that's a hair tie with glitter on it." "Still counts," Alexa said. 2 down. They kept walking until they reached a small alcove where a turtle sat munching lettuce like it was the most normal thing in the world. He slowly looked up at them.
"Evening."
"Hi," Alexa said. "We're, looking for gourmet food. Know where we can find some?" The turtle pointed lazily to a dirty paper plate beside him. On it sat a slice of pizza. Slightly soggy, slightly questionable, but definitely gourmet by rat standards.
"I'm vegetarian," the turtle said. "I don't eat pizza."
You can take it. Also, take some lettuce. Presentation matters. Thank you, said Alexa. You're surprisingly helpful. I'm a simple turtle, he said. I enjoy lettuce and minding my business. They grabbed the pizza and a leaf of lettuce for garnish. Okay, Alexa said. We've got everything. Let's go save Ned. But as they turned back toward the Rat King's territory, the ground shook. A deep growl echoed through the tunnel. Alexa, said Stella, with worry in her voice, please tell me that's Pickle's stomach.
Nope,
Pickle said plainly.
I had a big breakfast.
From the darkness emerged a massive reptile, bigger than any alligator they'd ever seen. Its eyes glowed yellow. Its teeth were jagged. Its tail scraped the concrete like a saw. A cayman, Alexa whispered. A huge cayman. The Rat King's army was already there. Toothpick spears raised, squeaking battle cries.
Charge!
One rat yelled. The cayman flicked him aside with a single lash of his tail.
Retreat!
The same rat yelled. Chaos erupted. Rats scattered everywhere. The Rat King himself was standing on his throne, screaming orders that no one listened to. We have to help them, Alexa declared. Help them? Stella squealed. We're snack-sized. But Alexa was already thinking of a plan. Alexa scanned the tunnel desperately. We need something big, something fast, something...
Like that?
Pickle pointed to a rusty pipe that jutted from the wall, dripping water. At the base of it sat a giant metal valve. Oh yeah, Alexa said excitedly. That'll do. Nice find, Pickle.
Well,
Pickle started.
I do have the mind of a detective. I just notice things. It's a gift and a curse. Mostly,
Alexa bumped Pickle out of the way mid-sentence and grabbed the valve. Stella, Pickle, help me turn it. Ned, hang tight. We'll get you out of there in a jiff. Ned, still tied up with shoelaces, shouted, Go team! On 3, Alexa shouted. 1, 2, 3! They cranked the valve with all of their strength. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a massive blast of sewer water exploded from the pipe, like a fire hose on turbo mode. The massive water stream slammed into the cayman's chest, lifting him off his feet and blasting him backward down the tunnel. He slid across the concrete like he was riding the world's grossest water slide. His voice echoed as he disappeared into the darkness. Everything went silent for a moment. The Rat King stared in disbelief, his jaw hanging open. Then he jumped down from his throne and stepped forward. Well, he said, I'll be a sewer slug's uncle. You kids just took down Big Chomper.
we're professionals.
Pickle said proudly. Alexa held up the bone staff, the shiny bracelet, and the pizza with its fancy lettuce garnish. And we brought you a tribute. The Rat King was impressed. He looked at the bone staff, his eyes sparkling. Magnificent. Fit for a king. He snapped his fingers. 2 rats untied Ned and dragged him forward toward the friends. "You saved my kingdom," the Rat King said, "and you came through with these fabulous gifts. From this day forward, you got safe passage in my tunnels. You ever need anything down here, you come find me. The Rat King takes care of his friends." Alexa smiled. "Thank you."
The pleasure is ours,
Pickle said confidently.
this type of stuff happens all the time to us. We are basically detectives, and
"Okay, Pickle," Stella interrupted. "I think he gets the point. Now, let's get out of here before he changes his mind because you annoyed him to death." As they hurried back through the tunnels, Ned said, "If that was the river of paradise, I'd hate to see the river of disaster." "Fine," Alexa groaned. "I admit it. The birdie may have oversold it." They climbed up the drain and slipped into the yard, just as Sabrina was getting home from school. They hurried into the house and scrambled up the stairs. They dove into their tanks just before Sabrina opened her bedroom door and pretended to be innocent little aquatic angels. Sabrina leaned over Alexa and Ned's tank. "Ew," she said. "What have you two gotten into? It smells like sewer in your tank. Guess it's time for a cleaning." Alexa and Ned looked at one another, holding back their giggles. Stella and Pickle heard from the other tank. They burst into silent underwater laughter. Another adventure complete. The end. And that is the end of our story, friends. Wow, what an adventure! Alexa and the gang went searching for a magical river of paradise, and instead they found, well, something a whole lot stinkier. They met the Rat King, dodged an army of rats, faced a giant cayman named Big Chomper, and somehow still managed to save Ned and make it home just in time to pretend they'd been innocent little aquatic angels all along. And that leads me to a moral I learned from today's story. Sometimes when people tell us how amazing something is, it pays to check things out for ourselves before we jump in. Someone might leave out important details, or they might be exaggerating, or maybe they just don't know the whole story. Before we take someone's word as fact, it's important to gather our own information and make our own informed decisions. Alexa and her friends definitely learned that the hard way today. What about you? Did you learn something different? Well, that's it for today, friends. Thanks for tuning in. See you on the next one. Toodles!